Hey there, everybody. Welcome to a another league championship here between me and Cider. Currently 1 point behind him, or a half point. I guess just a half point. Anyway, Cider needs 3 games to win. Win with 3.5 or better. So at the board, I need an engineer. Only draws cavalry stuff plus Mountain Village. Plays decently well with the vineyards. May be able to get a decent sized banish off your first church play. Um, I don't know if Mountain Pass will matter a whole lot. It may. Outpost looks playable. I think you're mostly on engineer cavalry stuff. Well, that was terrible. Um, sort of. Not great. It's not terrible, but not really what I wanted. I mean, I would have liked to draw another estate. They're just buying an outpost, which is fine. I wonder if you get Leprechaun, though. The issue with Leprechaun is going to be it being a little bit, I don't know. Like, by the time the wishes will be kind of bad by the time you get it going, probably. Not a big fan of those buys. I don't really believe in the Jack. I don't know. It's not terrible by any stretch. Get in a big banish here. They have Mining Village Jack in this. Well, they don't have a Mining Village. Never mind. They have Jack, but I have to figure out. So do I want to try to banish? I'm trying to think. Will I get to a point where I can do leprechaun stuff soon enough, or do I need to just buy the outpost outright? I guess the other option is to play like 2 coppers and banish the rest. Quite a few horses in here. Trying to think if we'll get to a spot where we can play. I guess you can also cavalry leprechaun and maybe do something. I haven't trashed any coppers yet. I'm gonna not. We blow up one mining. I'm trying. There's some stuff you can do here. It's not certain whether it's worth it or not. You can maybe get a leprechaun here. Gonna be a little bit of a pain. Do we get leprechaun? Play. We get leprechaun mining village. We go. Well, the problem is we're gonna have. Maybe better to just have killed the coppers this turn, but we can play 2 mining villages. Maybe we need to play. Okay, this is bad. Yeah, I didn't think this through. This is not ideal. This I did. This I messed up. I messed up at least. I could have. Well, there are a few things I could have. Maybe should have gone for the big banish there. Sounds so scary. Do I have enough to get? I have 6. I don't have enough to do the. I could trash the. Then I would. So it's not. And it doesn't really work all that well. This was a little unfortunate, and I should have trashed a copper given how it worked out, but. This was not great. 3, 4. I need mine village. I don't know if there's anything nice I can do here. I mean, I can buy the last mining village just to have it. I probably should have done the big banish. Well, and I lost a horse that I didn't have to. I could have drawn the gold as well. I just should have played one fewer copper, and it would have been quite a bit nicer. It's the big thing. They're gonna have Jack here, I assume, which is quite fortunate. They pair Jack and mining. Whatever. Is what it is. Buy another engineer, which is a little surprising to me. I guess now they're gonna cavalry's pretty hard. I don't know what the situation with the mining villages is exactly. Maybe it's 3-4. I mean, I have at least 3. I guess I have exactly 3. It wasn't so incredibly good for them. This isn't much of anything for me. This is pretty bad. So I mean, it's not surprising, but it is bad. Should I buy a cavalry? Does that do much for me? I mean, I can activate Leprechaun. My mining villages. Oh man. The golds are hiding. I did bury a mining village in here. Cannot hit. Oh, I should have trashed that. Well, whatever. It's too late for that. I may have opened up a 3 pile to be perfectly honest, but we're going to hope that that's not the case. They didn't blow up the mining village, so it's not, I don't know, it's not the easiest thing necessarily at this point. Without blowing, I mean, if they blow up the mining villages, then it gets a little scary, but since they haven't so far, it's not the scariest thing ever. Not at the moment, anyway. Could become a little scary. Well, they don't have any engineers, so like the churches aren't really a threat. I should have trashed one of the cavalries last time with my church. I was thinking of doing that, but I just clicked horse too quick. I should have trashed one of them. Stuff. They did activate Leprechaun, which sucks. Um, that's not too bad though. This isn't a great turn for them. Not really. Kind of close to hitting that. I should have. I misplayed that. That was stupid of me. That was really bad, actually. I'm not thinking. I need to be a little quicker or slower. I mean, it's just really bad. But I think I want to put the bid pressure for whatever that's worth out there. It was unfortunate I didn't. Well, it was mostly unfortunate I just played that incorrectly. But that I didn't find another mining village or something. That's not so unlikely. I definitely am playing this sloppy. They trashed their jack? That's really weird. Their vineyards are sick. Vineyards in provinces. Guess you could stop. They remembered to play the horses ahead of it that time. Wonders. Yeah, 3, 4. Okay. Well, this isn't the most exciting thing of all time, but where did they get the potion even? One, two, three, four, 5. These are great. We don't even have. If we draw a single gold, we can actually. We can do a little more here. We could get potion. Not that I have. Not that I necessarily have a huge amount of actions. I mean, I have enough. It would be nice to play gold and buy potion. Anyway, I can't do it. Can't wish for potion. Unfortunate. I don't even know if I trash cavalry here. I mean, at some point they're kind of garbage, but I don't think I'm by the end. I wish I had played a couple of the turns cleaner. Would have been real nice to have drawn a gold there. But or mining village, then I could have pretty good. It's all a little muddy. Sounds so scary. Dutchy isn't super scary. I think I would have almost been more afraid of like a second potion there. Not that you can necessarily make super good use of it, but I assume they have the potion here. Okay, they don't even have the potion. This is like hard. Like I don't even know if it's worth it to trash a copper. I mean, you would really like to buy a province, of course. Now, having drawn this, it's looking like you probably could have. So we both have a wish right now. I think the question is, will he draw a turn where he has like church, he can buy province, and then like outpost, buy vineyard? I think that's going to be probably a pretty strong play for cider. And then, or like vice versa, like this is kind of similar. I don't know. This outpost may not really mean a whole lot for him. They have some sort of choice, so they either have like wish or they have like a little bit of money. Yeah. That's pretty huge actually. Yeah. This is, more money. We really need to find like the church. Okay. That's something. One may win at the end off a double province, which I'm okay for now. I mean, I don't think no one can take more than 2 across their turns. Cider, of course, can wait a little bit more and just do potion stuff. Cider kind of can't take province, which he doesn't necessarily need to. But if he doesn't double vineyard, then it looks. He probably has one of the potions. I mean, like double province or single provinces. I guess if you get the vineyards back up, double province isn't so scary. The duchies are not. Well, I don't know. They're okay, but they're not necessarily. Of course, this is completely unworkable. Oh. May end up not particularly mattering. I think I have at least some horses down here in the barn. Yeah. Anyway, that's just how it goes. Pond deck a lot. Better probably gets a. Well, we really don't know. The potions can be places. They have another outpost somewhere. Probably am willing to double if I'm in a spot to. Probably will. It's a little scary. Pretty much regardless, but I mean, at some point, I have to double and hope they just can't do it. The bad part is, of course, they have like a lot of mining villages. So them hitting single provinces, especially unlikely, or not hard for them. They just have a lot of money. But I can miss it. And potion doesn't like vineyard for me is not worth a whole lot. I mean, I guess I can vineyard province, and that's okay-ish. I mean, if I can do that, that's okay-ish. It's just a little bit. And then hopefully they don't double province. It makes it a little maybe awkward for them. Potentially, anyway. Of course, I have like no mining villages now. can try to set up a couple turns of church stuff. This is probably... I was kind of waiting to see if I wanted to trash Mining Village. That's probably not the play at this point. That's a lot of the horses. So, I mean, it's not hard for me to have good threat across a couple turns. It's just a pain trying to figure out what stuff is worth doing. I don't know what I have in the bottom here. Again, I can do double. What does double province duchy get me to? 49. So that's, well, tie's okay, but they can probably either up the vineyards, small province. I mean, there's a chance they have to lower the vineyards to province, which is at least a little awkward. I mean, what does duchy double province? I don't know. That's scary. All the output. I mean, if they have outposts, it's scary. If they don't, it's not so scary. Like a little scary. One, two. I could do church. I could do church gold wish for the vineyard angle. This is like all my actions at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't. My vineyards are worth like. They'll be worth like 4 or something. They're not huge. I also don't know what's left in the bottom here. To be honest. Well, that's sad. This probably loses. This hits province if they miss. So now the question is whether they... Well, if they have like church outposts, it's probably guaranteed. But they just play cavalry, so I win here. I mean, they can take a tie, but um, I'm not sure I deserve it. To be perfectly honest, I misplayed some play order stuff. I'll take it. Okay, 5-2 is all right here. Probably go ahead and take Coin Apprentice. Is there anything real crazy with Merchant Guild here? I mean, I don't know. There's always a chance, I guess, that like Merchant Guild on its own is like fast enough here to just like go. Just take Coin Guild and because your draw's not especially good here. To be honest, there's a good bit of Vault VP, but the draw is pretty weak. I mean, the Merchant Guild stuff is not especially good either, frankly, but trashing in draw is really weak here. Merchant Guild's probably a little better at Mountain Pass stuff. The attacks aren't necessarily especially impactful. Those are the things. Those are the considerations why I can pre-move coin. Otherwise, there's something to be said for I mean, there's a little bit of alt VP, but the draw is really bad. It did hit the battle plan galley thing, though they fortunately didn't hit the archer just off rip there. I guess I can buy trails and leave trails in hand with art. It's gonna look a lot like a I guess I can get hit. I mean, there are times where it can hit me. That's for sure. I don't know if I want an island. Probably take a royal galley. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? They're getting a merchant guild, so. There's not anything clever to do here. I don't think my draws have been super great, but I don't know that theirs have either. Well, they did draw Warlord off the top, so that actually sucks. But that sucks too. I mean, they've. No, I don't know. It's kind of hard. If they don't find the archer that turn and I print 6 coffers or whatever, maybe we have a world, but. It did not happen. If they don't have archer this turn, I think I win, but because I would have gotten 12 coffers. I'm super annoyed with the draw section. I can't wait to whiff on. I got 50-50. There is a merchant guild in here, but now they're gonna buy merchant guild probably. I don't know. They may just buy. They probably buy merchant guild. I'm gonna lose at this point, but This is infuriating. It's just the bottom card. Just... Oh well. That's the way it goes. This will be the turn they don't play Archer. Which would honestly be fine. I mean, I would get to play the Astrolabes. I think I had a real shot, but not the way the draws went. Not that they're going to necessarily explode here. Well, I don't know. It depends on what they have in hand exactly. And they must at least have like the Merchant Guild. Something. That's kind of nice. They basically go backwards from last turn. You're gonna go Royal Galley Merchant Guild now? They didn't really make any forward progress this turn. I guess they can live in a world where they just try and compete on just single province, but that seems pretty bad because I may be able to get to... I just want one turn where they don't play the Archer, which at this point is increasingly unlikely. But I get one double Merchant Guild. I would just kill to just have Royal Galley into it. Okay. This is something. This is, we have a... This is like a 5 or 6 copper. Like an 8 coffer. We'll end with 8 coffers here. So that's something. When you're just trashing your buy, like this is terrible. But that's where they're at as far as doing that for coin. I'm surprised they don't Royal Galley Archer, actually. It's just me. They do like Merchant Guild Royal Galley. I don't know. They don't have a huge number of targets for further Royal Galleys. It was sad I didn't find another. Well, I can't complain. I got in a... I mean, I can always complain. I would never not complain, but... Wonder if this is still extra labor. If we... The thing is, they can just go forever, right? There's no... I guess Royal Galley Merchant Guild was pretty unlikely. We do at least get quite a few buys out of this. I don't know, they make the money fast enough here or not. Furnace isn't a super. Again, I would have Royal Gallied the Archer. Like, I guess there's an issue with battle plan, but this is kind of funny, actually. I mean, this is actually non-trivial for Cider. You probably do the Royal Galley. I don't know if they start taking islands already or what. They don't really want to touch provinces at all. Though they probably need to get some harbingers. Maybe this is just like full harbinger merchant guild. Just to print some offers. I don't know. It's a little awkward. Because the Merchant Guild Royal Galley stuff is okay, but it doesn't make you a lot of money. You're not like speeding up real good here. You're not going to buy coppers, probably. Maybe you are. I don't super love the astrolabe. Maybe I'll empty the coppers. Is there any 3-pile issues? I mean, there's not really. To be honest. You're going to have to get quite a few territories and islands, duchies. I have to replace the estates probably. It would be pretty nice for them if they had the... I don't know if they'll be in... I don't know. Maybe they can just province here and be fine to double province the next turn. With the mountain pass points. I wonder how we do if we have a merchant guild here. That's scary at all or not. I think there's totally a world where my draws where I get draws that put more pressure on him than this does. And I think in that instance, it gets a little scary for Cider. The thing that Cider didn't do at all, which his deck can do, is Apprentice Trail. And I actually didn't think about that either. Probably should have opened Apprentice and done Apprentice Trail. But Cider hasn't done that at all, which would have been pretty sneaking good for his deck. I just didn't think of it till now. Trail and Apprentice are very good. It's not like something I'm unaware of, but for whatever reason, it still at this point doesn't jump out the same way for. Like if there's totally a world where I have double threat at this point in the game in some world, but now Cider can just go like, I don't know, 18 gives you like province double duchy. Then he'd have 20. Oh, I would have, I don't know. If you have province double duchy, maybe that doesn't leave you enough coffers. It's pretty funny to do the apprentices and not do a trail, but I mean, he could still do a trail. Like you just get enough coffers, just buy. Too bad Merchant Guild isn't. Wow, this isn't playing anymore. I don't know. Do you take max? I mean, how many Merchant Guilds do you? 24 coffers. That's a lot of coffers. I mean, I guess I can just play for him, Duddy. There's not a really any other thing to play for. Not that he even particularly has steady hand. I mean, like Dutchy. I mean, Dutchy doesn't even fix it right. If I don't even know, he may already just have it in hand. I don't know exactly what he has set aside as far as the buys go, but he doesn't need. Need one more buy. I think you're always getting there. This is obviously plenty now. They get 18. Well, I was actually counting problems as 18 is 26. I don't know. Probably plenty. I don't know exactly how much money. 24. 18. Got to be close anyway. If it's not all the way there. I mean, you can do 3 duchies is enough, right? Like, you can buy way more than 3 duchies and it's already plenty. Yeah, I don't feel that bad about what I do, honestly. I know it looks awful. I actually think if one of the 2 of those turns break differently, I'm like a turn faster, and I think it actually gets a little bit awkward for cider. But obviously, I also had the 5-2, so I could have just taken the net here. I guess this is like some sort of collection. It's not. I guess, but like it's not super easy to buy a lot of actions. I mean, you can get some. You can do exploration if you want, but I'm gonna do plot. I guess you just go for collections, hunters, wishing wells, and groundskeepers, and just try and buy a lot of those. The improve isn't obviously better than just. It's like it's not clear you want to dismantle, to be honest, but maybe. Not clear to me. In which case, it's not clear you want that as a terminal over like a silver. But it's okay in any case. They buy exploration, which I think is okay. I mean, you can do exploration into plot, which is kind of interesting. I guess we can also try and taxman coppers up to collection, though it's not the most exciting strategy here. The dismantles, of course, are not particularly exciting either, other than just kind of increasing the money quality a little bit. I don't really mind. Like, I assume they plot here. Guess at some point we're gonna buy just buy collection over whatever. We missed that tormentor, unfortunately. We probably just blow plot when we have collection in hand so we can buy 2 actions or 2 things. Basically sad about having Tormentor Whiff, but we could blow up here and just hope we find the collection. Yeah. Do we want to do this? Do we buy Hunter or do we take a villager? We could have bought. I mean, what are we gonna do here? Buy a couple wishing wells, probably. 3 wishing wells, maybe. I mean, I'm not sad about getting a 6-point turn. I mean, I'm not sad about having 3 wishing wells, to be honest. It could have gone like wishing well. You could play it a couple different. That's not a very good draw for a cider. Okay. Guess that's what happens. We don't have 8 here, which sucks. I hate Hunter. It's just the absolute worst card of all time. I don't think you have to take points every time. Or I don't even think it makes sense to take points every time, but like here, man, 8 would be so much nicer than 7. Should it just be another Hunter? Miserable is not too terrible. Let's think. I guess the last card's estate and something. Well, now I have to figure out what it is. 2 copper. It's probably copper. 3 copper. Well, do we wish to pull out a copper? Or do we try and get a collection? And probably blow up here. I guess depends on what the tormentor hit does. There's no tormentor hit. Yeah, we'll probably blow up here. I'm fine with them getting some of the groundskeepers. That's pretty good. What are we gonna have? 7, 13. 13 could be 2 5s wishing well. Or it can be quad wishing well. I mean, at some point, you can't really draw all the collections. So it makes sense to just, and we can get one more off the silver. Maybe. And maybe it makes sense to just go double hunter wishing well. I'm going to be mad about it, but I'm not real worried about the groundskeeper stuff. If you don't have the draw to support it, the groundskeeper stuff just doesn't matter. I mean, you can buy green here. And maybe if your hunters go well, you'd be okay, but okay. I don't have a huge amount of coppers anymore, but no, that's kind of a bummer. Do I want an imp? I probably want an imp. Okay. This is kind of weird. Not the greatest wells of all time. Not a good hunter for them, really. Maybe this is fine. Maybe this is great. I mean, maybe this is way better than fine. That's a really nice hunter. I didn't even know they had this many hunters. This is probably double hunter well. I could take a rabble at some point. I already know this is gonna be imp wishing well hunter, something like that. You could go like hunter groundskeeper. Well, something like that. Never mind, I got the good one. Okay, so there's still a lot of copper, so we still want to try and pull copper out. I'm not sure this is worth playing on for. Or spending the villager on. What do we have money-wise? We're at 9, 10. I mean, the advantage is getting to like 12. I guess I should have waited for copper. I guess I should wish for copper. I thought there were more hunters, but maybe I'm totally full of it. So like we can either do triple. I guess we do hunter. Oh well. We're not 12 would have been nice, but this is okay too. That's pretty bad. They're just gonna province, but I don't think it really pushes them to win condition. I say that, I don't know that they're gonna province for sure. My imps are kind of likely to not do a lot, unfortunately. Oh, they do groundskeeper well. I think I'd save tokens for big, whatever. Pretty good. I think we still wish coppers. We just take the tormentor. What does that give us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 12. Well, 12 is not the most exciting thing in the world. To be honest. Not that it's bad, but I guess the attack could be quite. I mean, 12 is okay if we just decide to just, we're going to buy out the improves, which isn't insane. The improves would be lowered to 6. I mean, the improves don't really help by themselves out, so. Otherwise, it's just 2 action. What do we have in the bottom here? And also, I guess I care a little bit about that. Well, that's a nice locust. If they take wishing well, I may just do the improves. Because that's a little different. Because it scores. I mean, that may be risky though. I mean, it may be the play is just to do 2 groundskeepers and keep up with that. Not even risk it. It was to get 8 points. instead of 16 points. It's still a lot of improves to lower through. Out. I can fully believe that the play would have been to get now I guess they'll take a groundskeeper just so they can. No, they must have well still in hand. Or okay, they draw that. Fortunately, they can't. They still just have 2 collections, so they're pretty limited on their scoring. And they can either do the collection stuff or the groundskeeper stuff. They can't do both. And as long as it, keeps me, that's pretty friendly. Maybe even more than pretty friendly. And they also didn't play any groundskeepers here, so if they province, it doesn't score that much. And I just keep adding plots until I have a good chance of piling out. I guess I could play well if I knew what the last card is, but I don't have any. I can't pretend like. So in theory, I should be able to play the well-ish, but I'm not. I don't know it far enough. They may buy and improve. They may buy dismiss. Okay. Yeah, I think we just keep putting tokens on until we're not going to get $20, but we're also not going to expose a pile out or a win. And we can keep the. I mean, I can try to make the wish. I mean, copper is like reasonable. I don't know what it is, but okay, they were both coppers. Yeah. I guess we're trying to find the selections above all else. So that was a beautiful hunter. We had one sad hunter into a really nice hunter. We don't have that many coppers, but like we have the estates in hand, so we want to try and pull that stuff out if we can. As long as I'm not diluted here, I'm like willing to all the whatever. We're playing the groundskeepers this time, so they may be. There's not like an estate thing, though they can dismantle for an extra estate. Then they don't play torment. If I'm not diluted, I'm willing to call because I think I can get to 15 or close enough. Guess I don't even know if I have 15, but I also don't need 15 now. I can just go to 10. It's way easier. Those aren't great. I only have 1 copper left. So the wishes for copper don't necessarily make a lot of sense. That's all of those. There we get a wish finally. We'd have to have 10 and 5 buys, so we would have to find all the collections, which is probably roughly equivalent to finding all of the whatever other things, but there's like more wells, aren't there? I mean, there's maybe it's groundskeepers. No, this might be a groundskeeper. Okay, there aren't really stop cards. It's just like collections and draw. Oh, that's all the cards. Never mind. Okay. Improve scores the most, right? Because I can improve to the more than Tormentor can potentially score. We got a max points here. Actually don't know that max points, but do I have a $4? Where's my, we'll just get a, maybe the groundskeepers was more points. I probably just had better draws there. I kind of think I like plot before. Whatever. Plot before exploration. But well, they may have the banish hand. Would suck. I have the garbage opening here. And it is extremely garbagey here, unfortunately. I don't even know what you take. $4. Didn't take. I mean, it's like horse traders, nomad. You just play the. If I have cursed gold here, I banish, 100%. Like the 5-2 with the cursed gold, or not the, you know what I mean, 5-2, but anyway. The split where you have the cursed gold with copper in this hand, and then the 5 in the other hand, that one is basically game winning. If you have what they, oh, well, this isn't clear, just from that, what hand they actually have. They go with, so horse traders is a little worse for banishing. Though, yeah, they're not going to attack. Maybe you just take nomads. I mean, you probably won't buy. I don't think you take a curse off rip here. I don't think that's correct. You have 3 estates here, banish, maybe with 2. I'm not sure here. I may just take the academy. And then hopefully not really playing curse gold again. Yeah, I mean, if you have that, I think that's probably correct. I could banish 2, which isn't insane. Not ideal. You really don't. I'm not sure academy is right. Maybe you do guard dog here. Unfortunately, like if I had the other copper instead of the estate, I could go nomads guard dog, which would be, I don't know. Maybe it's questionable, but you do have to get up to the money at some point to buy the 5s. Da, da, da. I don't really like that. This is sad. I'll probably take another curse and buy a hunting party. Specialist guard dog is pretty cute in the opening hand because the first you get the extra cards and then so it's sort of like a smithy. I mean it's just a smithy, but it's still cute. I don't know if it's game changer, but it is cute. Now the question is, am I messing with Puka or am I gonna try and do a banish for that as well? It really is. This is probably not gonna work for me, to be perfectly honest. These are not ideal. The person who has $4 with a 3 estates early is excuse me. So this looks good for cider. I mean, I guess I can go Nomad's guard dog, but or Nomad Snowy. It doesn't seem that good. They buy Horde, which I don't particularly care for. Which suggests they're just not doing Academy at all, but maybe they still are. I mean, I guess they just blow through this stuff. Da, 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 da. This is sad, right? Because you're just trying to. You'd like to just gain the copy. Are they going to miss province? Is there any world where they miss province? Probably not. What do I have to do to score quickly? There's no attacking. Well, what is? I don't have the estate. This will not work. There's no way. Also, I'm just way behind on points too. This is not gonna work. I don't even know. Maybe this is one of those that really feels not my fault, but maybe it was. I think they can take. Well, they probably don't want to take Duchy, honestly. If they just have a Horde here, I don't think you really want Duchy. I think you. Well, I don't like the Duchy, but this isn't good. But we gotta see if Hunting Party or something is on top. This Nomad camp doesn't help me. Not even a little bit. But I'm going to take it for the fun of it. Now we're talking. The Horde. They're just not drawing the Hordes. That's kind of weird. What are we looking at here? Too bad we didn't hit specialist. That would have been nice. I don't think I need... Look at this. Look, we're going to do it just for the sheer unadulterated joy of it. There's the hordes. This is what my province rush strategy was supposed to do. It was supposed to get them really quick. I guess I should have done that differently. I need to hit specialist, to be honest. So I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, wait. Yay. Alright, watch this. Oh, I don't have enough action. Now I'm really playing... What am I really playing now? Now I'm doing nomads. We're gonna have... Let's just say we're gonna have a lot of nomads. Look at that. This is probably the best deck anyone built, I'm just saying. Be nice to find specialists again. I'm gonna empty the nomad here. They have... I should have used a villager again, I guess. Now this is a deck. I don't think few people have decks as impressive as... Many have tried. You have succeeded. I don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't waste Cider's time. Well, it's, you know, it's night for me, it's morning for Cider, so maybe he has all the time in the world. Maybe. Oh, I needed to... Where are all the specialists? There's like 2 more. Alright. GG. I could have resigned many turns ago. Hopefully I wasn't too wasteful of time with... We're actually getting through these at an okay pace. First one took a while. Did Cider leave? They didn't write anything about a break. Well, I guess this is like Royal Galley stuff, but it's a little bit awkward. Well, more than a little bit awkward, to be honest. I don't love the dismantle opening here, though maybe you want to dismantle eventually. Royal Galley, Sea Chart, Barge, duration and stuff. There's enough gains in trashing here that you probably want to do it. Is there some chance of getting Dismantle paired with something? I don't know. That's kind of hard to do. Dismantle Cemetery. You have to draw it with your gold, which is possible, but it's a lot of work to just maybe trash. I mean, you could do it later, I guess. Anyway, the engine stuff should probably be good enough coupled with museum, since the money stuff won't. The engine stuff gets a lot of in the other thing doesn't quite get so many. I think I go barge on 5. A duration barge for a cemetery could be really nice. I can believe you just do a C chart here. That's not insane to me. I certainly think the C charts are good here. One thing about Royal Galley here is that Royal Galley on Artificer is fine, but not super exciting. I mean, as long as you have more Artificers to play, you can get some use out of it still. I don't know what you would take. Do take a siege? I think that's fine. We'll probably buy siege right now. My scavenger misses, but not a huge deal. Okay. We could do a triple trash cemetery where we can get a charm. I think I like the charm. This is sort of interesting here because we could take like Royal Galley Dismantle versus just another. Probably just take another. I mean, what you could do Royal Galley Scavenger. I don't know if the dismantles are great until you've done the trashing. So in theory, I'm doing the trashing or doing some of the trashing next turn. This is like Artificer or Barge, I guess. Still pretty good still. I don't know that Artificer was the play, but yeah, that's not. This isn't. Actually, it's fine. Royal Galley didn't hit, I guess. I mean, they don't have a lot of targets. Never mind. Did hit. Sad. It's sad. I mean, I can top deck a C chart for whatever that's worth. The C chart's not drawing here, so it's not. And then I just have a. I mean, I guess it depends on what we draw off the. Like, charm makes it less appealing for sure. The other thing to try would be to get a ghost. We can do actually. So if we do, we can take cemetery. What do we hit? No, let's do it this way. I have a charm at least. This will duration barge by Royal Galley. They probably need a charm. I may be losing here, I can't really tell. Be honest. This will hopefully be charm barge. Ghosting the barge, of course. I know that we can do a whole lot more than that. I don't know if we can get. I don't know if we can get. get like another royal galley along with stuff. I wouldn't necessarily be really have that. I guess unless we knew we had the bar scavenger. They're not gonna have draw next time. Or maybe not a lot of it. You're keeping it in a state, I guess. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is very bad. Since we haven't found... If the royal galleys bottom decked, we're in trouble. Is there any way to avoid... There's no way to avoid it. It's happened, so I guess we just figure out if it happened. Alright, this is okay. We need 5. What are we... We're gonna have... We can put a C chart on 1, 2, 3. We'd still have enough for that. Then we're ghosting C chart instead of Bard, which is probably a little worse, but not horrible. So it's not obviously worth well. Not immediately. I guess we don't have to. We can give ourselves a chance to hit the art or with the scavenger. Or we could have even done galley, but galley could be quite bad. Galley could be really bad. Farmer's market, eh. Anyway, so if we discard here and put like copper on top, we give ourselves a shot at hitting. Put the cemetery on is a little more flavorful, I think. So we go barge charm here. And then hopefully hit the bar. We want to get a royal galley. Won't be able to play. Resolve Artificer before barge and get a galley, and then galley the sea chart. Probably discard. I mean, if we draw another copper, we'll do those. Probably these. I don't know if we go like dismantle a bunch of galleys on the charms this time. We just do the 5s. This isn't super scary. I mean, they do get to do the charm. Do another artificer. I mean, they probably don't have actions really to get a. That's interesting. They don't. What did they? Maybe they do. I mean, you just can't play the C chart, but that's not necessarily a huge deal. Well, with scavenger you can use it to get the charm, so maybe you just anyway. Unless there's some reason to not play the scavenger. What are we getting here? We get Royal Galley, we'll still have, I mean, we just have a barge and a scavenger to play as far as terminals, right? We're not going to get something else, so. We see 3 of the cards, so we do need to go ahead and put the charm on top to guarantee it, because we're going to duration the other barge. We're not going to draw everything. Okay. That's pretty good. Enclave is not bad either. Points play at some point, it's like a, I mean, it's as much as, nearly as much as the province, and you get the gold. I gotta think now though. 1, 2, 3. So I have $8. Isn't as nice as $9, I suppose. But it can be $10 with just one charm game, which may end up being what it does. I'm still not super clear on the best course of action for that action stuff. What do we get? What are our options? I mean, charm is really only good for like, I mean, we can just charm C chart. Or sorry, we can do double 5 in C chart, which isn't insane. It's just we're gonna have a action problem next turn. If we get another barge now. We're probably not taking another. But it could be like dismantle Royal Galley. I think that's insane, though it maybe not work. A little hard to add. I mean, we don't have to play the scavenger, right? Scavenger isn't essential by any stretch. I don't know what is essential. Probably something is. We have one Royal Galley in the offing already. We don't have a bunch of cantrips, to be frank, to play on them, which could suggest sea charting double 555 as the thing to do. We gain another Royal Galley. I'm not super sure about that charm, to be completely honest. It's a nice hit. The sea shark hits are not possible to get here, but for some reason have been a little. I don't know if persnickety really is the word for it, but so far they hit really hard. Those double hit though, so that sucks. I mean, they were probably going to be a little lacking on draw here if they don't get both of those. Whatever. I mean, they don't have an artificer now, so they can't really do gain and play anyway. But I would have preferred them to maybe feel like they needed to play the barge this turn, obviously. But they're okay. I don't think there's really 3 piles that close. They'll of course be there within a turn or within a couple turns, but like they don't necessarily need to play around them this minute. I can gain a cemetery, I guess, and trash again. That may end up being all we do with the grave robber, to be honest. I mean, most likely it just trashes the scavenger. If we can draw it. We're really not necessarily drawing everything at all. That does suck. That they're able to double barge there. They don't have. No, they do have 2. I mean, change 2 charm. Well, guess this is how it goes. We'll put a barge on top. I don't even have. Oh, yeah, I do. I wonder if I should take charms now. They're not gonna have a 3 pile. You gotta put barge on top. We did at least play the I guess we wait, do they have cemetery royal galley? I guess I'm gonna be approaching some kind of cemetery royal galley threat. That's something. Hopefully I haven't unlocked a 3 pile for them, but They're probably gonna score some here. I'm a little afraid. At least the C chart's missed. I didn't really check if they can 3-pile, but hopefully not. I mean, they do have 4 charms, but probably the points will be maybe a problem. You probably can't really lower stuff though. This is something that should. It's all a bit pain. It's not like I'm gonna have 8 bars to just. I mean, maybe if the C chart's hit. They take one of the 4s, then the pile out isn't especially. They don't. I don't know that it's. It'll be there. It'll be possible. It just won't be clear that the. I say it'll be there. There's like I'm drawing 7, and then I still have like 1, 2, 3 cantrips plus the barge. Like we can draw death. We don't. Does charm work? How does charm work now? You can charm just triggers off gains now. This isn't good. They're getting a couple royal galleys down. Down. Are they taking a bunch of duchies? Did they count this? I mean, they must have counted it, I suppose. What did the cemeteries get us up? 34? They didn't lower any of that, so. A nice C chart. We can hit. Oh boy. Maybe we can do cemeteries and duchies? That'd be kind of interesting. How much money would we need for that? We grave robber. That's not that much money, actually. You only have to play 5 of the charms. Do we like grave robber? It's like $14 or something. Well, maybe it's too much money. I mean, that should work. That would be 9, 11, 35. That would be enough. Or do like duchies plus C charts or something work somehow? Duchies estates. That would give us 10, 21. Duchy estates is enough points, but not maybe the easiest thing in the world to do. Maybe duchy estates is the easiest. We need 8. That would be like artificer for 2 estates. We need 12. We still need a lot of money. Be a lot of money still. The C charts kind of look closer. The problem with the C charts will be, well, there's problems with everything. Is there a world where we don't play Royal Galley on C chart? Well, we might play Artificer first, right? That is a world that exists. Mm-hmm. How close are we on the estates? We have the buys, that's not a problem. We're just not gonna have the money. I mean, how much extra draw do we have here? We would need $9. 1, 2, 3. So what are the cards left? There's a charm, grave robber, and artificer. Hopper. So we draw. What happens if we trash scavenger and we get the 3 duchies? Of 10. It's 11. It's fine. The 10 plus 11. And then we would just need $9 plain. $9 plain. 5 charms. I guess we can Royal Galley Artificer, and if it hits, where's the cop? The thing is, we can't. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be furious if that is the losing thing, but anyway. So there's Artificer and Charm left. So that probably is like the losing. Probably if we have that card, it wins. What do we need? We just need to play Scavenger or Artificer once, discarding 5, and then have $9. 1, 2. So how many cards will we have to discard? Or how much? We'll have 3 points from Artificer. We can put a copper on deck with one of the Artificers, right? Because we're going to have an extra card. Well, it won't. It won't matter. Well, I mean, it can matter. So if we put a copper on top, does that just work? I'll have $3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'd have to have 2. The scavenger trash doesn't even matter because we can do the dismantle. Or we replace with dismantle. The only reason it would matter is if we were going to do provinces. That card probably mattered because we probably could have gained copper and then done it, but we don't know how the hits are going to work. So does this work? I'm so stupid. We have to do 5 charms. We can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we can have 2 We have to have 2 coppers left. We have to discard 5 to get there. And the other option is like there may be other pileouts. I mean, that's not. We can't really throw that possibility. I don't know why I don't just count the cards to figure out if I can discard. I'll have a cemetery, a copper, we'll have 2 more coppers. We're drawing 3 cards. Well, it really doesn't matter whether we put the C chart on. I guess we can try for a C chart hit on something. Basically, we can get 1 more card. Then we play 2 artificers, draw the thing. We'll have C chart. We're like a buck short, right? We'll have C chart. Four coppers. C chart, 4 coppers. And cemetery. So we'd have to do 3 coppers. We're buck short. We'll have 8 bucks. I'm so sad. That means that line doesn't work unless I'm miscounting something. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have to discard 3 of the coppers, which will leave us just with 1. If the C chart had hit, but it couldn't hit because I didn't play an artificer first. I should have played an artificer. Then it would have given a shot of a hit anyway. Okay, so we gotta look at we gotta check other lines. Like the estate line, I guess. What does the estate line look like? There's like a probably just points. What does duchy? Not duchy. Wait, empty. What if we play all the charms as gains and we do barges and duchies or something like that? Probably doesn't. We get a province with it. It's 8 points, 32. I mean, I guess if we get a province with it, that works. And we're probably not there. What do we get off of it? We get province. Geez, this is awful. There's probably a win. There's almost certainly a win. Does dismantle do anything? Does dismantle grave robber for golden cemetery do anything? Probably not. I'm so good. This is actually awful. What do the estates do? We can get a couple estates pretty easily. Gain a duchy with grave robber. have two charms for maybe that just works. But we have to have like $13 still. That could be a world where scavenger is better. Okay, what would that take if we played 3 charms? There were 12, $17. We'd have to have $17. 6, 8. Six, 8, 9, 12. You have to be able to. What about the farmer's market gaining C charts? Silver. Farmer's market gaining silver and C chart. Oh my gosh. 4 plus 11. That. What if we just have 20? No, there's no chance. There's got to be a win. There's no way. I'll sit here as long as it takes. I'm sorry, everybody. They can message me if it's completely out of line, but which it is. But I don't want to lose right now. We can get province. Province 8 plus 11, 19 does it. But we have to, and then we would try to do the C charts, I guess. That would take just $13 or C chart. We have 2 charms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's gonna take a. What does just buying out the C charts do for us if we have to do that? And buy like verse. Verse gives us a point. We get 11, 12. What if we empty the royal galleys and the thingies? Can we do that? We need $12 plus. I just don't. 15 would do it if we got the estates down to 5. You need 3 charms, so that'd be 6, 9, 11. 6, 9, 11. 13, 14, 15. But that would only work if we have we can't do it now because the state on top doesn't do anything for us. We would have 3, 6, 8, 14, 16 short. There's a worse thing because there's gonna be a way. We can get curse, I guess, on top. That doesn't help. But we put an artificer on top. Does that work? By barge. 10. Still need $10. One, two, three, five. This is so bad. There's got to be a way to win. Silver MTC charts. That takes $3 and 4 charms. It's worse than just. Okay, so what can we do that just scores a bunch? Since we're not gonna pile out. And maybe they can't pile out. Um, um, what is How many C charts can I get? What does that leave me? The C chart thing just doesn't score any points. I'm literally one card away from doing some of it, but I'm just not sure. Uh, 35, 37. Province. Like if there's a line that does the duchies and the C charts and the what would it be? It would be like it would be like 2 C charts, Grave Robber, Artificer to Province. And then you need $11. With 3 charms. That might work. 11. 6. The C chart lowering is like super bad if this doesn't actually work, which I'm not sure it does. It's a buck short too, isn't it? It's also a dollar short, I think. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Well, now the C chart gain is really scary. Or scary is probably not the word, but awful. Again, we're card short if I play this order where to make this C chart have a shot at hitting, I can at least some of these work, right? This is if I use if I gain another C chart. The issue is that I can't score enough while piling out. By just barely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I can do it. Because 15 is not sufficient. And that's what I would score off of. This is so stupid. You can get a gold. State scores 3. 16. We're getting for 18. I can't tie now. Oh my gosh. I can get a cemetery from the trash. Does that help in any way? That would be additional 2. Then we get. We have all the 5s, unfortunately. 2. What do we have now? We can afford like a farmer's market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 of these. And then 3 of these. Does the estate work? Points wise? We don't have this C chart. So if we gain a C chart here. Let's say we grave robber for a C chart. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to play 3 of the charms. Then we have $6 to work with, which is like estate first. We get like 3, 4, 11. We can get to 17. What about grave robber C chart for duchy? We need 10. That takes 4 of the charms though. So that's no good. Well, not 4. It still takes 3. Then you would have 3 to do like silver C chart farm market first. Really need an estate somewhere. This is just terrible because this won't even. The thing is, I probably could have scored enough to. What about Enclave? That's like $3 for a gold, basically. C chart. Here our C chart into duchy. By two duchies, or duchy enclave 13, 16. How much money do I have? 12, 15, 17. Not sufficient. Guess the barges, charms. Unfortunately, I also just didn't make this. What happens if we draw copper off here? We draw. Gain the cemetery. Does that help at all? This can't be better than. Well, it does give us a little money. I don't know. I think this is just going to be GG's. I'm pretty sure this isn't This is like a buck short again. Oh well. He deserves. What else can we do? We could do like there was probably a I'm still convinced there was a way other than just the actually I'm convinced there was a way. This is stupid. Like, what am I doing? This is so dumb. I'm just gonna end it. This is awful. Well, congrats to Cider. I think this is their third now. I'm just trying to catch up to Marcus on second places. That's what I keep telling myself. Cider probably doesn't share this particular sentiment, but who can blame? I guess Guardian's okay. There's not a lot to do here. There's also not a lot of money stuff to do. So maybe you just do it. I don't really know how you make particularly any of it work. I'm just going to populate literally. Gotta have that full Guardian protection here, you know, that key. Does this stuff like go in order? Like if I do this, does this work? I don't know how the pre-moves work. What happens if I add village green? Probably that doesn't work. This is kind of fun. That's cute. We can do this. I don't know how often you get little. Probably somewhat often. How did they have this turn? I think I'm going to draw. I don't think there's really much reason to next turn. Hopefully we find. Well, probably sufficiently. Do you think I could have won the Merchant Guild game? Which seems silly because their deck was doing so much more. I honestly feel like the margins were to where. Now, obviously, they're going to get. This is wrong order. This board is so bad. There's not even a good way to like. And is nearly impossible. You can do with Poor House. Wonder what's better. Do a stonemason to. Probably need another double. Maybe that should have been two poor houses for the fun. Already quite low. Cider's gonna. I don't know. You know, it's not gonna matter. But could get two poor houses. I do not have the. I'm gonna be playing the Poor House Alliance deck. Sick. All-time classic. I mean, really, they're just. Oh, without buys, it's not the hardest thing either. But when did they get it going? Not alliance if I hit 10 just right away. Which it's not that hard for me to hit 10 here, to be honest. I mean, they're not just smiling out. I mean, it's not gonna happen, but it wouldn't have been too weird. Where are the poorhouses? They are gone. Poorhouse gone. Here they are. This is more poorhouse. If cider can pile out stonemasons and village greens, that wouldn't be too surprising. Well, they're not there yet. I will get to alliance, but that's not going to score enough. So the piles, they could certainly do it across 2 turns. So I would think you just go ahead, get close to it. Now, where's dominate when you? They just need to find a stonemason base, a $3 card. Well, and $7. I guess it's not really. This is a lot of draw. Well, there are other ways to do it too, like do things in a modifier. Then you only need $4. There's some kind of dream draw where I did province alliance on my turn, but pretty unlikely. They're getting a bunch of Dutch. Not as scary. What are these? Going just 2 estates. I mean, then their ability to pile out goes way down. Guess I should technically. This may backfire. What else? Obviously, it just loses by a point if you can modify for duchy and stonemason for 2 modify. Or if $4. Anyway, there are a few pile outs now. I don't think I had a pile out. I mean, maybe if I draw on. I don't think I had an estate pile out. Now, cider may have an estate and duchy pile out or something. This should just lose. Probably, anyway. I don't think Cider is super worried about it. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Sorry about that one. That's the way it goes. And anyway, got second again. Be back next season. Try and win one. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll catch you all later.